Once I learned about lipedema, I learned that my whole life made sense. All of those things were explained. But what really brought me to this was living and working in a village in Nepal. So over the last couple of years, my body has started to kind of fail me.
I'm here with Corinne, who is such an amazing person that has inspired me actually, and I want to talk with her about her life. But first of all, you looked at photographs out in the hallway from Nepal. What do you think?
Those are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
They really captured kind of the heart and the soul of Nepal.
Yeah.
Which I really appreciated.
Yeah.
The beauty and the pain that exists at the same time.
Was one of them your favorite that you looked at?
You know, I mean, I would say probably the one of the two young men. I would say the two probably street men.
That's my favorite too.
I would say that's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
And also the one of the young girl on the end, because most of my work is girls and women's empowerment, so that really touches me.
So I have a story so those are photographs that I did in a trip to Nepal that I went on in 2013. That was so amazing, and a lot of it was just connecting with the people more than anything, really. And you know, each one of those photographs, there's a story behind the two boys, the brother holding his little brother by the side of the road, the girl at the end in the pink actually had me enter her tent home with her family to make tea for me, and oh my God, it was just amazing. You could see the wisdom in their eyes. Yeah, so we have in common Nepal, and we also in common that we're both medicine. Corinne is a nurse in her prior life in the US and Kansas.
First life, I was an emergency nurse, then worked at our hospital for 23 years.
But I wanted just to talk to Corinne for a few minutes about just her life, because I think that in ways we're both really trying to help people with things, and it inspires me, the work you're doing. It really does. I think it's just amazing stuff. Corinne moved to Nepal 6 years ago to help people and lives in the hills.
So I live half-time in Kathmandu and half-time in a village in a jungle on the side of a mountain about 9 miles from the Tibet border.
Wow. How many people are in the village?
Well, I'm the only foreigner, so probably 300 to 500 people at any given time. It's a very small village, kind of on a ridge.
And do you know everybody in the village?
Yeah.
And they know you, of course.
Of course.
So you're
of course.
6 foot tall, blonde,
of course. But I speak
down.
Nepali. I wash my clothes in the river. I cook on fire. Like, I am a legitimate villager. I have a Nepali family and a dog, and I live like a villager alone.
That is so amazing. How does it feel? The work that you're doing?
You know, I mean, it's both the most amazing and the hardest thing I've ever done. But it's something that I feel like I was called to do and created to do. So nothing ever feels wrong when you feel like you're doing what you're called to do. So sometimes it's very hard, but I never think, why have I done this? What am I doing? I wish I wasn't doing this. Sometimes I just think, I wish it wasn't so hard.
All the challenges.
Yes,
but you grow from, that's what I was saying, you grow from the challenges that put ahead of you.
That's it, and I think the most important roles I have there are the relationship roles more than the work. And also empowering and building capacity in Nepalis to do the work so that we as foreigners don't have to be there. So as much as I would love to just do everything myself, I feel like the most important things that I'm doing there have to do more with relationship and empowering others and less to do with what I can do myself.
There's something special about Nepal.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just, I don't know what it is. The people are just so special. I think maybe it's just it's tucked against the Himalayas. There's something very kind of magical about that whole thing too, certainly. So Corinne has lipedema, and you came from Nepal for us to do surgeries, and we just did it recently, a week and a half ago or so, right?
Yeah, the first one was about a week and a half ago, or 2 weeks ago, and the other one was a week ago.
Right. So you're recovering now. I just took a look at you in the exam rooms, and things are going very well.
Yeah, thank you.
And but tell me about your kind of experience with lipedema, how you came to find that you have lipedema, how it's affected your life in ways.
Yeah, well, it's affected everything in my life that I didn't know it was affecting, because I didn't know I had this until March, and this is July.
I didn't realize it was that recent.
It was.
So in March you found out about it. How did you find out about it?
So, well, my whole life I've struggled with my weight, but my whole life I've been healthy. My whole life I've been active. I've eaten well, and I never understood why I struggled to keep a decent weight and why I struggled to be fit. Even though I was fit and active, I didn't look that way. I also had lots of musculoskeletal problems and issues, body pain, swelling and fatigue and things like that. Once I learned about lipedema, I learned that my whole life made sense. Like literally all of those things were explained. But what really brought me to this was living and working in a village in Nepal. So over the last couple of years, my body has started to kind of fail me. I felt like my mobility was getting poorer. My pain was increasing. It was difficult for me to get up from a sitting position, even from a couch. And in Nepal, you sit on the floor very often, you sit cross-legged, there are no chairs. So it was becoming very difficult for me to even do normal tasks. I do my laundry in a river, I bathe in the river, I have to haul water up from the river to my house, which is a steep mountain path. I fall quite often doing that because of the conditions. And I just realized, like, the way my body felt, I wasn't going to be able to continue to do this work for very long. I was also again struggling with my weight, so I joined my millionth diet and exercise program, believing that I was eating too much and not exercising enough. And I went online, and they had a forum for this program. And on the forum, it's for women, and you post before pictures, like in your swimsuit or underwear, and then every so often you post progress pictures. So my initial pictures showed a much smaller top and a disproportionate bottom, which I've always had. And someone replied to that photo and said, "I'm a physical therapist who specializes in treating lipedema patients. Have you been evaluated for that? Because you look to me like you have this." And my first gut response was, no, I'm just fat. Like, because that's what I've been conditioned my whole life to believe, is this is my fault and I'm just fat. But being a medical person, I started actually reading about it and realized, oh, I have this. Like, I know I have this. And finding thousands and thousands of women on forums and online that are struggling with this, and their stories sound just like mine, to varying degrees. So I learned about this at the same time that I scheduled time to go to Thailand and get a whole bunch of testing done to see if I had autoimmune disorder or something else going on, because my physical condition was deteriorating very quickly and I had no explanation for it. And I told a friend, I said, I feel like I'm dying and I don't know why. And my sister did in fact die at the age of 52 of an autoimmune disorder called scleroderma. So I became concerned that maybe I had something as well. In the process found out that no, in fact, I don't have an autoimmune disorder, and yes, I do have lipedema.
I love hearing the stories of a patient, and one of the first things I ask patients in the consultation is, how did you hear about lipedema? Because there's that aha moment, all the light bulbs go off when you first hear about it. It all kind of makes sense, and all the years of whatever guilt or frustration and this and that, and finally there's an answer to things. So,
and there's kind of a split side to it. There's relief that it's not your fault, and that this is something, it's a condition I'm struggling with, and that has caused all of these problems. But there's also anger at not being diagnosed before I was 51 years old. I've been struggling with this since I was 12.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. It's people are filled with emotions. There's like there's like the satisfaction of knowing on something. But it's also the anger. It's true about the years of being misdiagnosed and being told this, and it also presents at a very sensitive age, puberty in the teenage years commonly.
But there is hope in it, because now at least that I know what's going on, and I've had treatment, and I know the ways to keep it at bay. I feel like it gives me a new sense of hope as well, that I can move forward and stop the progression as much as possible.
Yeah, great. Well, I'm so happy to be part of the journey for you and help you with this, truly. And thank you for sharing your story with us and others, because we need to increase awareness about this disease. We know that. Thank you for inspiring me and reconnecting with Nepal again, a place I love so much. Corinne will get a great improvement. She looks great already. It's already looking better. And you should continue to get better, get that cosmetic result that you want to, and also help with the mobility and prevention. We talked about what Corinne can do after the surgeries now that it's done, because this is the most life-changing thing that you've done, the surgeries. From this point on, it's important to pay attention to dietary strategies for lipedema, and then pay attention to swelling if that occurs, to possibly wear compression for that, but you will get an amazing result.
Great, I appreciate that. And you're welcome to Nepal anytime. Come visit.
Love to come.
All right.
Absolutely.
Welcome.
Right.
All right. Well, I'll get up as fast as I can after my surgeries.